Hi.
Oh goodness, I was muted. So I just wanted to welcome everybody. I just got on, Candy. So thank you so much for joining me. I was a little anxious today because I'm just so excited for this announcement, this 3-day community complimentary juice feast and or fruit feast. So thanks for putting this idea together, Candy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. I don't really know if it was me who put the idea together. I
Oh,
think
well, you
I
brought the
think he
inspiration.
I saw a post you and Kuba were talking about
Oh, because I
spring
posted,
cleaning.
yeah, I posted some potatoes I was eating. I had some friends saying, like you ought to share, like even when it's not fruit, just share everything you're up to. So that I made a little joke because I had some friends who thought when I was always like fasting on fruit that I was just like, kind of oblivious to reality. And they would just leave little notes around their space saying eat a potato in capital letters. So I made a little joke about that. You can check my Instagram if you haven't seen it. So you look so beautiful today. But yeah, you really inspired me, Candy, because it was you that you responded to that post and you said, okay, like I'm ready. And Kuba said he was ready. So we might as well. We've had those of us living in the Northern Hemisphere have had some really cold days, like some long winter, and we're ready now. We're ready to start purifying, and this spring reset is going to be great. So I have some questions for you, Candy, because I know we've put this document together, and so maybe you could just describe a little bit what you were thinking this spring reset might look like for anybody looking to join us. This is coming up very soon, so we're just announcing it now. So thank you for being here. Leave a comment, leave any questions you have for us. We're always so happy to help you. We're 2 regenerative detoxification specialists, and there'll be a few of us actually here to support you with this complimentary spring reset. So Candy, tell us a little bit about what this is.
If anyone would like to do just liquids, solid food vacation is what I like to call it, for 3 days, I'll be leading that part. And if someone wants to just do fruit only, Jenna's going to be, holding down the anchor there. And what it is, anytime there's a season change, it's a great time to do a cleanse and kind of reset. So that's what kind of got us going there. And what this is going to be is 3 days of either juices or all fruit. You can include smoothies. You can with the all fruit. On the 3-day just juices, it's just fruit juice, fruit or a veggie juice, green
Just
juices.
juice in general, yeah.
Just juice in general, yeah. So, and to give you some ideas, if you wanted to, you could buy even pasteurized grape juice and add lemon to it. That is okay. I am okay with that. I
Oh,
will
wow,
accept
that's
that.
wonderful, because I'm actually okay with it too. I was thinking this was going to be more like living, Dr. Morse style, like really all living foods. And then I thought, well, we'll see. Like, we also want to be open, and we understand people have budgets too. Not everybody's going to be able to really buy the abundance that they'll need to be juicing, especially if they're on organic foods, So this is where the Welch's Concord grape juice would be very handy for those of you who, you're looking at your budget and you're wanting to keep the costs really minimal for this. That is so, like, I save so much money when I'm on the Masterclass system, which is that Concord grape juice that Candy speaks about with the lemon. That's their protocol. And so happy you're open to that too, Candy, because yeah, it's just really easy and simple.
My first 3-day juice cleanse was done with only a handheld citrus squeezer, and it was lemons and maple syrup is what I did. It's
Beautiful.
to juice 2 lemons in a quart jar, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. I guess you could use agave, and then fill it with spring or distilled water.
Okay,
So
so
there you
you
go.
still are having some water. So that's even allowed here, guys. So this is wonderful. So we're very flexible. We're just mostly interested in holding space for you on your healing journey and encouraging one another. I need the encouragement. I've been on cooked food like all winter. I've been enjoying cooked food. And I really need this community support group. So thank you, Candy, so much. It feels really nourishing. And yeah, what this is, just to add to what Candy was explaining, that was perfect, Candy. Thank you for that. So we actually will be hosting live talks daily with live Q&A to support you on this reset. So that's going to be part of this. Like I said, I think I said earlier, this is all complimentary. Yeah. So let's just support each other and inspire one another in regenerative detoxification methods, which this is. And again, I love that you mentioned about the season change and that the body is naturally in a purification mode during these season changes. So this is the ideal time to support the body in its natural efforts to heal by removing waste in a beautiful community setting that is safe, a safe container. And yeah, together we're just better able to be accountable and to feel supported in our journeys to, purify and regenerate. And I really want to feel light. I want to feel this energy that I get, this sense of calm, this peace that I feel when I'm on a journey like this, where I'm eating all fruits exclusively and or having juices. And this way I wake up in the morning feeling really free from any inflammation and pain. So I saw you added some other things to our list, Candy, and I just thought people might like to know that why we're doing this. And hold on a second. I saw that you added how to prepare and what people can expect after or during, which is really nice to talk about too.
Some things I do, if this is a tip for you, this might be helpful, leading up to the solid food vacation or, the fruit feast. Start eating up the greens in your house, or the stuff that you don't really want to have around when you're going to go on a detox. That's kind of what I do. I kind of go ahead and eat up the stuff, the tomatoes or whatnot, right?
Sure.
And
well, tomatoes are technically a fruit, right? So they can, if they're choosing to do full fruit. But I know what you mean. Like if they were, if there's some foods in their home that they're no longer going to be having while they're on this, just to kind of clear that out.
Yeah. I'm not going to juice a tomato right now. So that's why
you're doing tomatoes, full
but
juice.
Certainly like cucumber is a tomato. Cucumber is a fruit, and tomato and high water content for sure. Fruits. Anyway. And then another thing too. So we're going to start on Sunday. That's the 20th, the first day of spring. Saturday night, or Saturday, sometime during the day, after I move my bowels on their own Saturday morning, I will do an enema. And I may even do one Friday, depending on what I have between now and say Friday or Saturday.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm going to do everything I can to make it easier for me on the solid food vacation. How does it make it easier?
How does, maybe for the general
it can help with cravings, because if you have a lot of undigested foods that invite nature's critters, bacteria and fungus in, then you're just going to want to eat more of those foods to feed the critters, because we started out with this much candida, but now you've got this much candida
Yes,
or
enemas
fungus
are
overgrowth.
wonderful. I actually, I hope it's not a TMI, but I had one today. And, you know, here we kind of talk about everything, and the bowels being the root of the tree. This is the most important area for you, especially if you're a beginner, you know, on this regenerative healing journey. You really got to clean up the bowels. So I absolutely love your recommendation, Candy. I think, you know, an enema morning and night, even during the fruit feast or the juice feast, whatever you're preferring for yourself, would be really supportive. However, it is optional. And we want to let you know that, you know, we're in the habit as detox coaches of creating customized programs for our clients based on where they're at and what they're wanting and what their goals are. So, you know, a lot of the things we suggest or do ourselves, you know, you might opt out of. However, it's absolutely crucial that we stick with the plan if you are planning to join us. You know, we're going to be doing either 3 days on full juice or 3 days mixing it up with fruit and juices. There's some options, like some people might do fruit on the first day and then the second 2 days do all juice, you know, so people can kind of switch that up. Let us know if you have any questions. Just drop them in the comments here. Thank you for joining us. If you're live with us, you're so welcome here. We're just going over our spring reset, which will be launching this Sunday, will be day 1. So the first day of spring. Really, really excited to reset with all y'all and just feel more, you know, more energy, more clarity, reduce cravings, you know, by cleaning out the body and the bowels in particular. You know, we lose a lot of, you might lose weight, but it's waste, right? So this is great. You're going to lose waste.
Inflammation, remove inflammation.
Water retention, you know, you're going to feel a difference and you're going to feel a lot lighter, less strain on your joints. So really, really excited, Candy. I honestly so appreciate the support and just this idea. I know you weren't sure that if it was your idea or not, but I'm giving you the credit for that. And for
Can
anybody
I say
who's
slow down there a minute, Sally. Can you, depending on how, I want to throw this in there while you're listening, all those things, depending on how acidic you are, your bowels may move loosely, especially day 1, day 2, day 3, and depending on what juice you drink. That's what I want to throw that out there.
That's good, because, you know, you'd rather have like loose than nothing, or constipation or hard, right? So
when I did the master fast, attempting to get to 40 days, and it took me many attempts to make it to 40 days. So I did a 5-day, and then a 6-day, and then a 7-day, and a 7-day, and 11 days.
Congratulations.
And then a 4-day. Well, what I was going to say is, you know, I could tell after a period of time, and I was only drinking apple, lemon, jalapeno, sometimes a little celery, but not. Oh, wait, that's a different thing. Okay, let me stop. The master fast, any fast. Actually, when I can say that when I did the fresh juice only, and I ended up doing 122 days, I had not one drop of pasteurized juice. In that, what I'm going to say though is, I could tell after a certain length of period of time that stopped, that slowed up. So
you mean the loose stool?
Be patient, trust the process, and simply know that you're acidic. Yeah, you're acidic.
And speaking of the acids, why wouldn't people want to incorporate some herbal medicine just to really kind of dig deeper during these 3 days? You're already alleviating your digestive energy so much, like 80% of your energy goes to digestion. So this is now all able to go where the body needs to send it for healing different weaknesses and things, different issues you might be suffering from. Why not incorporate a lot of herbal medicine to support the tissues, organs, and glands in their cleansing and strengthening? You know, so even medicinal mushrooms might be, you know, people might choose to use these, and these are absolutely acceptable. I was thinking reishi and chaga, but I like where you go with it, Candy. That's
Are you going to include herbal teas on your fruit? Okay.
That's
So
what I
let's
mean.
do.
So you guys want to know how to do it. We're going to go through that, and we'll be posting in the group that some of these details, that are important for you to understand how we're going to be doing this, what you can expect, and how to prepare for this, because, this is coming up soon. So we got to start preparing. And the last thing I was going to say is just that if you're new to detoxing, this is absolutely the perfect level for you. The very first detox I ever did was a 4-day juice feast, and it was the most amazing experience. I'll get into that another time. If anybody wants to hear about that, maybe I could go live a different time. Just drop a comment below. If you have any questions about what we're doing here, just leave it in the comments as well, whether you're catching us live or the recording.
If one has been eating any cooked food, especially grains, I would start taking some herbs for microorganisms, for parasites, for sure, for fungal overgrowth, and that can really help you on your fast.
It's always wise to deworm yourselves, guys. So get on like a parasite,
wormwood, Paul Darko. There we have a file in the group there. You can
Herbal
check
Protocol.
that out.
Yeah, it's called Herbal
but anything you can do to set yourself up right now, starting right now today, to prep for Sunday.
So I was going to suggest
thinking, eat cleaner. That's what I would be like. I would be thinking right now to myself, no salt. I would be telling myself, okay, let's eat even a little cleaner today, because Sunday, hey, it's just juices. So that's
get out to the store.
Like no nuts. Like maybe you already go ahead and take out nuts and seeds today.
Stocking up on fruit. I just got 5 handfuls like this today for $5 at Loblaws. I was like, okay, that's amazing. So these will be spotted in time for Sunday, because nobody wants to eat a green banana or even a yellow banana, guys. You might as well eat a potato. So please don't be eating this color when you're on your fruit days. Wait for them to be spotted. You could then freeze a bunch of bananas too. If this is all optional, because I'm not sure what you guys are exactly wanting to do. We have a lot of flexibility here depending on different levels and preferences. And I know for me, if I freeze a lot of spotted bananas now, I'm in heaven when I'm on my fruit feast, because I'm making banana nice cream. Holy Lord, I could live on that, Now, of course, the fruits that are high water content, pretty much all the other fruits except for bananas, are going to be more detoxifying. So I liked your suggestion, Candy, about maybe people want to start their day, like day 1, day 2, and day 3, plan to begin with 16 ounces of fresh juice, which, speaking about moving the bowels, cleansing the colon, definitely going to support that. So,
and floods your cells with hydration, because there's no way I could eat 8 apples probably, at a
first
time.
thing in the morning, you mean?
First thing in the
at
morning,
a time,
or whenever it is, whenever you're ready to break fast. Yeah, that's a hot lot to put in. So juicing's, having a fresh juice to start with is great.
So you're saying you would juice 8 apples and drink it fine. And by the way, we recommend sipping slowly and chewing your juice, just for anyone who's new with juice feasting. And so you're saying you could do 8 juice, but you can't sit down and eat 8.
Well, I don't know if I've ever tried to sit down and eat just 8 apples. I'd probably get tired of chewing apple, to be real honest with you. I know I've eaten 3. I've eaten 3 easy. And like, this is, I'm 7 years into this. So when I very first started, I ate a whole lot more apples and bananas than I do now. I'm just going to say it. I hardly ever, cavernous bananas. I think I'm just kind of desperate when I eat one of those. I don't mean to sound, like, I'm
that's
like
these bananas, guys. She's talking about it.
but it's just, if you've had a tropical banana, a Namwa, or a blue Java, or an ice cream banana,
they're next level. Yes,
it's different. So you just kind of I have to accept it. I just have to eat the banana to
well, a
feel.
lot of us, just to like, add something that might help your perspective a little bit is like a lot of us were raised on these Cavendish, however you pronounce these bananas. And I know it's the one kind of banana, you know, most of us have been exposed to, most of us in the Northern Hemisphere. Of course, you know, those of you who were raised in more tropical climates, you're going to know about all these other varieties that there's like hundreds of them or something. Yeah, Candy?
Yeah. I would save it till the end of the day. Eat
Save
the
it till
more
the end of
high
the
water
day.
content.
And just remember, Candy, that some of us are very fond of these because we grew up with them and it's what we know, you know?
Yeah. Oh, well, they're great. They're cool. You know, they don't have seeds. Like a banana is actually supposed to have seeds in it. But it's good. It's fine. It's
very
fine.
Interesting.
However, it's just, you know, they're a little more mucus forming and dense. However, they can absolutely, they were such a staple in my transition. I can't even begin to tell you. I can remember, you know, I would do like you, freeze the bananas, and at night when I kind of wanted something, you know, you kind of want something, I would pull out one of those frozen bananas and eat that and watch Dr. Morse videos. And
oh my God, that's so cute. I love
I remember the first time wanting a banana, like craving a banana. I was like, oh, I want a banana, and tears came to my eyes. Really, my eyes filled up with tears.
Why do you think you were crying about that?
Because all I ever wanted was a Cheez-It. I wanted a cracker. That's all I used to want. I never craved fruit. Are you kidding? No. And I was laying in my bed in that bedroom right back there. Anyway,
oh my God.
so that's what I would do.
Those of you who are new to this, like, you know, you're probably not in the kind of position Candy and I were in when we kind of were forced into this. So that's kind of nice. That's like kind of luxurious for you. Like, you know, I didn't even know what fruits I even liked when I was told, okay, try a full fruit lifestyle of abundance so that your body can heal itself. Like, of course, there's a lot of emotions to work through, Candy. I completely relate and understand. And I just encourage those of you who maybe aren't in such a desperate state to just try it out, because I know like most of you have some sort of itis, whether it be gastritis, you know, arthritis, tendonitis, you know, these itises are just another word for acidosis or inflammation. All three can be used interchangeably. So you want to feel the best you've ever felt. You want to have not a need to sleep half as many hours. Well, maybe not half, that's, you know, you want to feel lighter on less sleep. You want to sleep deeper. Try this out. You know, we're here for you. You have 3 certified regenerative detoxification specialists hosting this and just here to serve you during your journey. So we love for people to join in. You're so welcome to join us. You will just be beginning your day with fresh juice, and then you'll be either sticking with juice with Candy all day for the 3 days, or you could be eating as much fruit as desirable with me for the 3 days. I mean, it's with us. Like we're going to support you, whatever you're doing. The both of us are going to support you. And we just ask that if you are drinking juice, to sip it slowly and to even chew the juice. You know, this starts the digestion, and this way you're not guzzling it back. Your body ends up utilizing it a lot better this way. And you can incorporate herbal medicine via lots of herbal teas, tinctures, and medicinal mushrooms such as reishi and chaga mushroom, for example. And to prepare yourself, you may need to get a juicer. So you could borrow a juicer or buy a juicer, even just like $100 juicer. Not, you know, you don't even have to get into the really expensive like masticating juicers. You could stick with a centrifuge and just make sure you drink that juice right after you juice it. You know, the enzymes don't stay live. If you do have a slow juicer, you can pre-do a bunch of juice and drink that over the 3 days even, because the enzymes and vitamins and minerals stay alive, you know, with that kind of juicer. And you also might want to hook up with a local juicery that is offering cold pressed juice. That's also okay. You want to eat up all of the foods that aren't on the program or get rid of them, give them to a neighbor or something. Just really prepare yourself for this. Make sure you're not tempted. Don't have crackers and cookies in the house, potato chips, things like this. And if you're interested in an enema and you haven't tried that, we're happy to send you a video on how to do that. Just send either of us a DM. And you might want to do one Friday evening, Saturday morning, and Saturday night. That's optional. I know Candy and I will both be taking part in that idea. And just start stocking up on fruit. You know, anything you're going to be eating, anything you're going to be juicing, you know, maybe start getting some bananas now so that they're spotted for when you're starting this with us on Sunday, the first day of our spring reset. You have anything you like to share or add, Candy?
Oh, stock up on apples as well. Apples are a great staple in the juice. You know what I was going back to is saying I wouldn't be able to eat 8 apples. I'm sure I could over the course of an hour. Sure, right?
I love
Absolutely.
eating multiple apples.
I'm not typically thinking that it's, you know, I'm going to take an hour to eat a meal. So with that being said, I'll typically, you know, there's sometimes usually anywhere from 6 to 8 apples in a quart of the juice I make. Or if I do 2 beets, I'll use 2 beets. I'll use 1 beet per quart of juice. So then the apples go down. So then it might be 4 apples or something in that quart of juice. I don't know. It varies.
What about
It depends on your size
juice?
of apples and what kind of apple and what kind of juicer you have and what kind of yield you're getting out of your juice. I mean, there's so many factors to take into consideration, you know.
That's why it's good to have coaches, right? Because just if you're new and you're not really sure, just reach out and ask us, guys. That's what we're here for. What about sugarcane juice? I feel like I allow it. Yeah, baby.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm like so happy to live on this, guys. I get it at the local Asian store. They have them frozen. Very economical too. Actually, I think it works out to be the same price as the pasteurized Concord grape, the Welch's.
How is it packaged, Jen? How do they package?
Sadly, it's in plastic, but it's in a plastic container, frozen.
Like what kind of container? I'm just curious. I might
plastic. It's a very interesting one. I'll have to show you. There's like a thin film and then there's like a plastic lid. It's kind of designed for kids. There's like a hole where you could put a straw.
Oh, really? So it's like frozen and then could be ready to drink.
It's ready to drink. I squeeze lime, like hardcore lime. Like I'm obsessed with lime.
And they put nothing in there. There's nothing in it besides the sugar cane. I am going shopping. I wonder if any of my Asian markets have that. I've never thought to look for sugar cane juice in them.
I was scared you would say no because I was like, oh, if Candy says no, then I probably shouldn't.
No, what's wrong with it? Why would it be a no?
No, I think it's a yes because it's a grass and they juice it. How could that not be the best
solid food vacation? I think is where I'm going with it. As far as, you know, fruit cleanse or whatever, solid food vacation. I guess if someone could drink, I don't know, never mind. Yeah, I'm totally good with sugar cane juice. You know,
I appreciate that.
I think it's very cleansing and high in minerals, you know, and you can also get very creative with the sugar cane juice. I was fortunate to get to volunteer at the fruit stand that was associated with the International School of Detoxification. And I would have never thought to mix orange juice and sugarcane juice, but one of the counselors at the clinic would come up and that's what she liked. So we called it the Marcy.
You learned so much at that school, hey, the International School of Healing Arts. That's so fun. And yeah, I remember people putting lime. That's where Candy and I met. For those of you who don't know, we met at the school with Dr. Robert Morris and she was working the fruit stand. And I remember people at the school putting fresh lime on their watermelon. and me being like, what, is that a thing? And ever since I went there, now I just like add lime constantly to everything.
To everything.
Even my cooked food, like on top of potatoes and soup, like I just want that alkalinity then, because if I'm getting cooked food in me, I know it leaves an acid ash, start getting some pains, you know, some puffiness, some weight retention, I would say, water retention. I don't know what I mean, but you know what I mean. And
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
Adding in that alkaline forming lime, you know. And what's really cool, so we'll be doing a call each day that anyone can join in with questions. You know, it may not be a Zoom. I think the second day we get together on a Zoom like this, we can have you participate via video, or you could just be in the comments portion on the Facebook page. And but the third day, we're going to talk about how to safely break your fruit feast or juice feast, whatever it was you decided to do. So that's going to be an important day. And it's important to just connect every day, you know, post in the group, share what you're up to, let us know if there's questions, how you're feeling, if you're having healing reactions. You've got 3 certified coaches to help you through that. Forget about the certification. We've done this on ourselves. You know, Candy has 7 years. I have 5. You know, that we have the experiential knowledge to support you through any healing reactions. So please, you know, don't suffer through them alone. You know, contact us. Let us know if something comes up during the journey. I mean, in 3 days, it's unlikely that you'll have anything too crazy happening, right, although you are going to get all the benefits and feel amazing after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would expect just some cravings, and then on day 1, like around 3 p.m., 4 p.m., hang on, because you might start getting some cravings. You might be like, oh, and, you know, I have started day 1s, I don't know how many times, you know, and you might be like, oh my gosh, you know, and before you know it, you're eating something. I want to encourage you so strongly on day 1, push through, and think about how happy you're going to be when you wake up on day 2 morning. You're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel a difference. Hold on. I mean, if that's all the way I know to encourage you is, and to inspire you, is to push through day 1.
Yeah.
Get it done.
I feel
because
so
day
much
1 can be the hardest, you know.
Yes. Just get through day 1. Right now I have a client, and you're absolutely right, Candy. She's digging deep. She's doing all day on fruit, and then she's having a dinner, you know, and then she's like, oh, I want to dig deeper. So then she did I think she did up to 2 o'clock on juice. And then she kind of she felt a little shaky, and you know, we saw with her iris analysis that it's low blood pressure, and she's dealing with some weaknesses with the adrenal glands. Who isn't, right? So she unfortunately, you know, gave up that day, but I'm pretty sure, you know, she'll join in with us for this. So dear one, if you're tuning in, you're so welcome to join us. Anybody else like to join the spring reset? We're starting on Sunday. So start wrapping your mind around it, you know, set your mind to this. That's what I have to do. I'm glad for the heads up, Candy, because if you were just like, oh, I'm going on juice tomorrow, my mind would resist it and I wouldn't be able to do it. But because I know, okay, we're doing this in community, we're doing this together, I have the support of like-minded, beautiful ones, you know, to kind of, you know, not take me by the hand and do it for me, but take me by the hand during the experience. And yeah, I have enough time to wrap my mind around just launching into this. I know I feel good when I do it. It's just been a long winter, guys, you know, of eating a cooked meal every night. So let's do it.
My reflexes always get faster and a lot sharper when I go on a juice cleanse. I was about to drop something the other night and caught it up against before it even fell all the way down the thing where it was falling.
Well, you fast a lot, dear one. You're always on juice.
No, not really. I mean, I have apples in the fridge right now, and I'll go from this year has been interesting as far as apple supply and being able to get cases of apples, So that's all I'm going to say there.
Universe wants
I
you to
go
switch
all
it
over
up,
the
I
place.
think.
The one thing I stay consistent with is I haven't had dead animal flesh in 7 years. 100%, not a bite of dead animal. I don't like to say
Yay.
meat. I just say tissue because it's flesh, it's tissue. So I haven't eaten
I feel
that.
so proud of you, honestly. Like, this is amazing. Last year I gave up fish. So I now can say I've been a year off, dead animals. Before that, I had been off it for some time, but then I think I started having like a few oysters now and then. Just, I don't know, I thought I was fancy or something, but just this matter in the system, you feel such a difference. So there's ethical reasons as well, like, do I really need to kill an animal to have a meal and feel satisfied? Absolutely, I don't. But I
I've been
also
eating
don't have
cooked
judgment.
like you at night for a couple of months. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought
That's
you were
okay.
done. I've been eating cooked at night like you a couple for how many months? I don't know. And not every night. Not every night. I wouldn't be. It gets to the point where I don't want to. I have to stop how I feel the next morning, the sluggish bowels, the funky feeling mouth, and the bad breath. And I still haven't eaten enough to where I wake up groggy. I wake up and I'm awake. So I
Okay.
haven't lost that. I haven't gone
Okay.
back to that, but I've
I
noticed the
definitely
mouth.
get the groggy, like, definitely,
Oh, I
even just
never. I
off
have not.
something
I've
light.
not gone back that bad. No.
Well,
Thank God.
I'll have a bowl of veggie soup, something very light, some coconut milk makes it a bit heavier because we've had winter. So we've wanted a bit more fat and protein, this time of year. Just because I don't know, it gives me a feeling of warmth, I guess, because my energy is going to breaking it down. So my body heats up, but that's the problem is I need that energy. Like, I don't want it all going to digestion, but I'll have like a simple soup, simple salad, and maybe like some butternut squash cooked or some white potato or sweet potato, even better. And this small little like bit of cooked, because I have, I've done 2.5 years all raw. I did another year after that, mostly fasting. I remember only eating like a few days a week. Each week I was on a high level of the master fast, like lifestyle, they were calling it, or they call it. And so going back to like eating a cooked meal every night, even if it's a small amount of cooked, like I just really feel it now. I don't like it, the grogginess, needing to sleep like 9-10 hours. When I'm on just fruit, 7-8 hours, I'm perfect. So sleeping 9-10 hours,
Yeah.
like a sloth. And I mean, I don't judge
I
myself if I need it, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. I have some swelling right here. My face is holding on to. Um, my body shows me when I've had any salt,
Okay.
vinegar,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here we go again. This is just me. What's cool, Jen, is I want to encourage people to get to where they can say, wow, it's been a week since I've had any salt. It's been 14 days since I've had a grain, since I've had gluten, since
Yeah.
I've had,
I like
that, like,
that.
even like to break it down and be like, wow, it's been a year since I've had any salt.
I love
That's
that.
huge. I watched a Tanny Raw video and it's inspiring. She was like, oh, it's been 15 or 16 years since she's had any salt. And she's like, and it served me well. And it has, because you can look at her and tell, I feel like, she looks great. She looks good. And
Perfect.
I, yeah. So that being said, I want to get to the point where I can say, it's been 7 years since I've had salt. It's been 7 years since I've had cooked potatoes. Maybe. I don't know. I
Yay.
think that would be cool. I
That
have
would
big
be
goals for
cool.
myself. I went 6 years with no dairy, 100% to 100%, 6 years. Ish, 6-ish years, okay? Because it was like And at that time when I quit, when I found this, I didn't even eat much dairy. So my dairy was hidden. So then last year-ish, sometime in the summer, late spring, early summer, my boyfriend moved in,
I was
and
just gonna say
he,
he likes this video already. So sweet, Toonie. Hi, Brian, if you're with us, sending you love,
yeah,
dear one.
he's amazing. He's so supportive. Yeah.
He's probably like
Well,
admiring you right
and
now
he's
because you're.
supportive, and he slipped the dairy in the house, and then and then there's dairy. I ate some dairy last year. I've had none 2022 already. Like I haven't had dairy.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing.
well, and then so there was like a couple of times, I would say two times maybe, that I ate something and it had dairy in it. Maybe three times. Okay, maybe three times. And I did okay. I did okay. Um, yeah, but I can tell. I wish I could remember what it was, because here's something to throw at them, Jen. I mean, if they've been having gluten, even the wheat, and but especially dairy. When you start this on Sunday, Monday, you may kick. It may be enough that by the end of day 2 or day 3 to kick yourself into a little healing event. You might get a little bit of runny nose. It might be so mild, but you might be like, oh man, my nose is running. It might just be clear and just running. Just realize that your body is now breaking down. And when you stop on day 3, you're not really stopping, because the wheels are turning. Now you've got the wheels turning, and you will still be detoxing after you start eating solid food again.
I'm
Or
taking
say
some
you
notes because
going
this
from
is
all
very.
fruit to incorporating salads again, that'll kind of that would slow that down. That would slow detoxification down, is going from all fruit to salads.
What
So
about some healing events? Like, because I'm really happy you mentioned this. I took some notes because this is very important to be mindful of, and I can share it later on in the group to make it easier for people joining in on the spring reset. We're talking about the spring reset that's starting this Sunday with certified detox coaches to support you in community to heal yourself naturally, let your body heal from all its ailments, So, but can you just speak before we kind of close this down? We won't be staying on too long, guys. So if you're here with us live, just let us know any questions or comments. Do you want to do a spring reset with us? That'd be so fun. Even if you're catching the recording, let us know. And so can you just speak to a little bit more about the healing events or healing reactions, as we like to call them, that
sure,
may
healing events,
happen
healing things.
while people are on this kind of journey, this 3-day journey?
Yeah. Uh, Something very common that people do even while they're eating their standard food intake, because I've observed this with my boyfriend. Night sweats, very common, very common. And so you could be on a cleanse or not on a cleanse. However, once you kick into this, you're going to kick your body into cleansing. So it's going to want to be getting alkaline, and night sweats help that. Night sweat is nothing more than your body removing things, or reaching balance. Everything is to help your body reach balance.
Is it the same if people start getting a lot of mucus coming out, their eyes, their ears, their mouth, their nose, like their
rump,
private areas,
their
like
bum? Yeah.
yeah, like
And
is
that's
that
kind
the
of
same
cool,
reason?
because when you crap in the woods on day 11, if you're on day 11 on the master fast, and like I was, I'm telling a story, and you get to where you're going to hike with these people, you've never met them before, but that's
I've
beyond.
been there.
Actually, I was
I've
going
been
to the
there.
cave. I was going caving, and I had to poop. So I go up into the woods and I poop, man. Like I said, day 11, and mucus. It's pretty cool.
Yet when you wipe,
To
there's
see.
nothing there. It's so clean. It's like that had to just come out, and whatever that
Yeah.
harmful thing was, it's just out now, and you feel
Yeah.
it's almost like the minute it's released, whether it comes out of whatever orifice, guys, you're just, whether it be sweating, like all these expectorating ways, you just feel so good after it's out. Better out than in.
The
Yeah.
sweat could happen in the daytime too. I've done that before. I was on the way somewhere and had to pull my car over in a parking lot. And I actually ended up sitting there for maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, maybe 30. Most healing events that I've experienced personally don't last long. Not, I don't know if I've ever had one last over 30 minutes that I needed to lay there. Now, I probably have laid down longer than 30 minutes before. I'm sure I could have got up before the hour was up. What I'm
That's
going to
really
say is,
helpful. No,
so
that's
you
so
could
helpful.
break out in a sweat. You might need to lay there a minute. You might even take a nap, and then you'll be fine. You'll be like, okay, let's go. That's what I did. I'm
The
speaking
one
from
thing I'll just
experience.
add is I came from a C-spine injury. So the very first time I did a 4-day juice feast, I wasn't anywhere near healed. So day 2, my neck locked and I could like barely move. And I had faith, guys. Just have faith because, like all of these like spiritual teachers and different like, I know organized religion has quite a stigma, but there's a reason that all of these religions have fasting as part of them. It's like really a higher power is with you during this. If you have faith, when I got through the 4 days, it was like, hallelujah, because I was suffering, and that's the reason I did the 4-day juice feast, is I wanted to be free from the pain. The pain intensified as part of a healing reaction, although I was much more free after the feast than I was before. So it's definitely worth it. And just to close off, I just wanted to know, could you also speak to, thank you for sharing about the healing events and stuff,
Well, I
Candy.
wasn't done. I wasn't
But
done. There's more. There's more.
I
I mean,
feel like there's a
headache,
lot that can
headache sits on
happen.
top of the gut. Enema is going to help that. Muscle spasms. That's actually the body releasing. If you've been eating neurotoxins, cooked refined oil, salt, high fructose corn syrup derivatives, spasm, body releasing. Think of that as, it doesn't need a cramp or spasms. It's not that the body needs anything. You're either releasing junk or you could be releasing prescription meds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and if any more come to mind, I'll think of it. That's the big thing. Oh, well, yeah, kidney event. Now, depending on, let's say that you've been raw for a while. You've been doing the raw reset and you're staying raw. You've been eating some nuts and seeds though. Maybe you've been doing some raw gourmet. You go on all juices. You could start to feel your kidneys. What do we do for that? Lymphatic massage clockwise over your neurolymphatic points down your spine, both sides, go over your kidneys and your adrenals. You can rub the arch of your foot. That'll help your adrenal gland go clockwise. If you stand up ever and get lightheaded, take your finger, press where your nose meets your face, press up, take a big deep breath, helps immediately. Pancreatic healing events. This was the last one I'm going to share. This was very, very, very common for me. I knew I had pancreatic weakness. I had I didn't really have sugar. I had undigested food in my stool. One of my grandmothers died of the pancreatic C word. So what did it feel like? Right here where your ribs start to go apart is about where your pancreas is, right here in the center, right?
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
If you know where the xiphoid process is, it's about 2 centimeters down from that, but y'all might know where that is. But so it's just in the center, of, like I said, where your ribs go apart there. That's where the pancreas lives. And
Thank you.
so it's like for me, how do I describe it? Kind of like a achy, crampy, achy. I can remember one time I would sit in a steam sauna, and it doubled me over, so it kind of doubled me over a while. And just, again, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. Your pancreas digests carbs. It's right off the biliary tree. It's extremely easy to heal and cleanse. There isn't anything in the body that you can't heal. Pancreas, liver, gallbladder, all of these are digestive organs, and they're right off the biliary tree. I can't imagine anyone that don't have some pancreatic weakness. we've been eating stuff that turns to glue that you can
So
hang
basically what
wallpaper.
I hear you saying, sorry to interrupt, I have to get going soon. What I hear you saying is that all your weaknesses are going to be brought to your face. If you're having a healing event, you're being shown where your weaknesses are. Like, for example, dizziness, stemming usually from weak adrenals, low blood pressure, that acupressure point, that's very helpful. And at the same time, we do want to probably be drinking 2 to 3 liters of juice a day, just to also make sure we are getting enough carbon, because we do run on carbon and oxygen. So, I mean, if you're thinking on those levels, right? I mean, some of us get expanded out and there's breatharians and this and that, but that's not what we do. I mean, I would probably die if I tried that, because I'm still really with the belief that, okay, I got to drink, if I'm on just juice, I'm going to drink 2 to 3 liters like they recommend in the master fast system, just to make sure, you do feel like you're getting enough, carbon to create energy, ATP, right? That's all we need though, guys. So yeah, please don't
I'm
be
more
afraid.
familiar with quartz. So I probably, as I go through a juice cleanse, my consumption goes down. Day 1, I'll drink way more than I will on day 20. So
Okay.
day 1, I would drink 5 or 6 quarts, at least a gallon for sure. Oh,
yeah, I'd like there
easy.
to be like we try to get people to aim for enough juice if they are
Absolutely
just on juice. Yeah. Okay.
have
And
more than what you think you're gonna
and get up
need.
slowly if you're seated and you're coming from a little bit lightheadedness or low blood pressure or something. Just get up slowly. Don't be like lying down for an hour and then get up really fast and try to go do a bunch of things, because you might faint,
Yeah, and this is a good one too on that. So take your blood pressures, and if you have really low blood pressure and you do that often with the lightheadedness and you just feel so what is it? Licorice root. So
yes, please, a
take
tincture of
you
this.
some licorice root. You can make an infusion. Look at or
I mean, I
we'll
think
do
the
another video on how to.
tea would be good, and also I think a tincture would be more potent. Yeah, more effective.
And they make, I know this one detox gal, she used to give her mother these little licorice tabs. She'd put it under her tongue.
I love those. You have to special order those. I remember Rana and Gino had those from the MasterFast system. Yeah, Rana once saved me. I was on a 40-day Concord grape juice fast, and I went for a colonic. And after moving everything out and being on whatever day 30 or something, I was like, Rana, I can't get up. I felt like I couldn't move. So she had me do the acupressure point, breathing slowly, getting up. And then she right away gave me that licorice candy. I think it was just anise and licorice. There's nothing else in it. It's not there's no sugar. And
yeah, if you have high blood pressure, don't take it.
Right. Because it will increase your blood pressure. And it just brought me back, because I had been lying down for an hour. I'm on 30 days of a juice feast and moving everything out through the colon. It was energy really got moved around. So I'm just so excited that we're coming together like this, Candy. Thank you so much. And I really hope that many people like to join us. If you're out there and you want to join us, let us know. Drop a comment below. I can't wait to see who's interested and how we could, best assist you with this purification journey. What do you think, Candy? We close it down, or any last words?
Are there any questions? Do we have any questions?
We didn't have any. Yeah, there was not.
They could drop some in the comments if they rewatch it, and we'll gather them and address them later.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Candy. Yeah, maybe make something in Canva tomorrow, and some of these details could be posted in the group soon. Yeah. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who tuned in. We're really just excited that you're here with us. And yeah, I can't wait to get on this spring reset together. Sending you so much love. Take care, Candy. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you as well.
Bye.
Bye.